My penis was oscillating between extremely sensitive and borderline traumatized.
This one's wife. Why does she call him H? Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. In the previous videos, this one's wife appeared on the Drew Barrymore show, and in the first video, she once again made reference to Prince Harry as H. She has done this before. She has also referred to him as my husband. This leads to a clear question: why does she persist in calling him H when he's called Harry? Many people have nicknames. For instance, I recall there was a particular social group that I have that everybody is known by their nicknames. So there's a chap called Bomber, there's another who's called Kiwi, one who's called Cookie. No, I'm not going to tell you what the nickname they have for me is. That's a little secret. But people have nicknames. Sometimes they're obvious. They are a slight corruption of their first or second name. In other instances, it is linked to a part of their appearance. For instance, somebody who's got ginger hair invariably gets called Ginge or Carrot Top. Sometimes it might relate to something that they've done, and in some instances, the origins of the nickname can be quite obscure. Nicknames invariably originate as a term of endearment between friends, between family. Sometimes they are utilised in a way where the recipient doesn't actually like the nickname that they have. And in some instances, if you're Paul Ince, you decide that you're going to create a nickname for yourself by turning up in the dressing room at Manchester United and saying, "You can call me Governor." Incy, it doesn't quite work like that. Anyway, that's the situation when you're dealing with individuals who aren't narcissists. But what happens when the narcissist utilises a nickname? Well, in actual fact, the phenomenon is known as a pet name. This is because the narcissist owns you. From the moment you enter into a narcissist's fuel matrix, you become the property of that narcissist. For instance, you look at a narcissist in the street and they look at you, you're now in their fuel matrix. You may never speak to one another. You may never ever interact ever again. But you're in that narcissist fuel matrix because there was an interaction between you. More usually, it's as a consequence of speaking to the narcissist, entering into a relationship with the narcissist, working with the narcissist. Whatever the interaction happens to be, you have now entered the fuel matrix of the narcissist. As subconsciously, you are now the property of the narcissist because you are a commodity that is there to be controlled, to have fuel extracted from you, to provide character traits to the narcissist and residual benefits. You may not participate in all four of those items, but invariably you will be controlled with a view to the provision of at least one other aspect of the prime aims. Your hopes, your desires, your needs are entirely secondary to ensuring that those prime aims are met with the narcissist. You are, as I've memorably explained elsewhere, like a toaster to the narcissist. Accordingly, when this one's wife references Harry by saying, "my husband," although she means it as a term of endearment, what's actually occurring is that she is exhibiting her subconscious ownership of him. He is her property. Accordingly, this one's wife, when she references Harry as "my husband," projects an image of caring. He's mine in a cute manner, a caring manner. But actually, understanding the way that the narcissist behaves, this demonstrates ownership. Furthermore, she references him as H. She reduces him to just one letter. Again, she does not think to herself, "I'm doing this because he's my possession. He's doing this because I've objectified him." She thinks she's doing it because it's cute. It's a sweet thing to do. But because she is a narcissist, we know that the real reason that she's doing this is that she is objectifying him. It's done to control Harry, so it appears endearing to him, so that he makes him think that he is special to her. He merits being given a pet name, and therefore it allows her to assert control over him because he's led to believe that she cares and loves him because she's taken such a sweet step. It actually denotes possession. By providing a label in respect of him, she's branding him and stamping on him, in effect, that he belongs to her. The objectification is because he is simply a commodity. The fact is that the utilization of this nickname or pet name is to dehumanize. It is the narcissist's standpoint that you are an object to the narcissist, which makes you far easier to control and abuse an object rather than seeing you as an actual human being. It's often the case that narcissists will use similar pet names for many of the appliances. So, for instance, it could be the case that the narcissist would use the same pet name for different appliances in the fuel matrix. It's also the case that the narcissist may well use pet names so that they avoid calling you by the wrong name. Those of you who've had an involvement with the narcissist may have noticed that the narcissist never ever called you by your actual name, and for instance might call you Snooky or Snookums or such like. And the narcissist does that with the intimate partner, so that there is Snookums 1, Snookums 2, Snookums 3 and so forth. And in effect, they always use the term Snookums, so if they happen to call you Snookums in relation to a different Snookums, it doesn't stand out and the narcissist isn't exposed. In some instances, the pet name may actually seem like a compliment to you, but actually has some hidden meaning. And whilst you smile while you hear this name, the narcissist is actually laughing at you because it denotes something else. And this can particularly be the case when it comes to the issue of your devaluation. But with this one's wife, she calls Harry H because she objectifies him. She's attempting to show the world that she has this idyllic marriage and that she has a little pet name for him. But because she is a narcissist, this tells us that she's using it because she sees him as less than human. He is simply an object, that he is there to be branded with this particular label because he is a package on a shelf, admittedly an important package in her fuel matrix, but a package nevertheless that she will access in order to control, to draw fuel from, to obtain character traits from, and residual benefits also. She does this because she has no emotional empathy for how it might make him feel. It often sounds forced when she uses the term H. It often seems unnatural. And this is again demonstrative of the fact that she is absent in relation to having emotional empathy for him. She has placed a mark upon him. You'll notice how she has something of an infatuation with writing labels. We saw this in the shitty show. Well, this is another manifestation of it, that she attaches a label, which seems obvious on the face of it because it is a letter that his name starts with. But when it comes to the narcissist utilizing a pet name or a nickname, it's all the more sinister. It's a branding. It is a label that denotes that you belong to the narcissist and therefore the narcissist can treat you how they wish, that the narcissist is the owner of you, that you are that commodity that is there to serve the needs of the narcissist. And all that she does is when she keeps calling Harry H is denote that he is objectified. The whole of his person is objectified, so that when he's in the golden period or a respite period, he's seen as useful. He's painted white. And then when he's in the sustained devaluation, he's painted black. He's useless. He is an object to her, not a human being, quite simply an object. And this behaviour demonstrates that further aspect of the narcissistic dynamic. She is unaware of this, but it is controlled as ever in relation to any interaction she has with anybody else by her narcissism. And once again, by understanding the way that the narcissist regards a person with the use of a pet name or a nickname, you'll realise that it's nowhere near as flattering as it's meant to appear. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.